Focus Book Club. It's good to be here again. Now, something very interesting happened today. I'm just coming from the church, and the message preached was we have a purpose. We have a purpose. And the pastor, Pastor Nick, by the way, Pastor Nick mentioned that the distraction of the enemy is everywhere to take you away from your purpose. And he mentioned that sickness is one of the things that Satan uses to take people off a purpose-driven life. And what makes it interesting is I was thinking, even before going to church, that I was going to talk about John Adjei's book, Confronting Life. And the truth about this book is purpose-driven life. You can imagine. I thought I was going to talk about this, and then at church, the pastor talked about it. So it means that we need to hear it. It's a message, or it's a topic we all need to hear. So we're going to be talking about John Adjei's book, so get ready. Hello. It's nice again to be talking to you about Focus Book Club. Our book for the month of February is Confronting Life. Confronting Life. The 7 questions on the minds of believers and non-believers. Now, we have all been reading this book. So today, I'm just going to take a few minutes to do an overview of what you are expected to find in this book. Now, this book is a book that emphasizes on a purpose-driven life, a life of purpose, a life with great meaning, a life that is full of successes. And you're wondering, how can you be sure of a life that is full of successes? Yes, you can have success all through life. Now, how does this happen? Now, we know that John Adjei, the author of this book, started off by talking about a teenage girl who committed suicide. Now, she committed suicide because she had no hope. She thought that was the end of it, or she thought she had come to the end because she made a terrible mistake in life. She took her life. And in the past episode, we talked about this. But what John Adjei was doing with that dialogue between a father and the daughter, that's himself and his daughter, was to unveil a particular truth. A truth that I want you to see with me today, because I have read this book. I have found out what this truth is, and I want you to listen and share the same truth with me. Now, John started off by this dialogue, like I have said before, and the dialogue is a form of question and answer. So it's either John is asking a question, the daughter is answering, or the daughter is asking a question and John is answering. And with all that, John was able to build up 7 questions to which he provided answers very, very intelligently. Now, the first question that John asked, which now kind of gave birth to the first part of his book, is this. He says, why are human beings never satisfied with all the material opportunities life has to offer? Now, life offers a lot of good and beautiful things. But why is it that human beings end up not being satisfied with all this? And in answer to that, John gave this very ugly discussion about this teenage girl who died. That was not a pleasant one at all to hear. But like I said before, he used that to delve into a particular truth. Now, what is this truth? What is it that John is trying to unveil in his book by introducing us, first of all, into that very, very ugly story. Now, the first thing John brings up is that life is so full of goodies that some people think they can be free all the time to make choices just the way they like. And John called that the freedom myth. The freedom myth is a situation whereby people can make choices and just decide to do whatever they want to do. I can do what I want to do with my body. I can do what I want to do with my life. You know, that kind of attitude. And so John kind of let people know that it could be dangerous because life is not all about freedom. And he first of all made mention of the fact that there are forces out there that are there controlling people. So you are either controlled by these forces towards the right direction or towards the wrong direction. So the fact that you feel free your mind to make choices does not mean that you should go for choices that could ruin your life. For example, people who take drugs, who take excessive alcohol, it's freedom of choice. And with all that, some people have ended up making the very wrong choices. And so that was one thing that John brought out, the freedom myth. So the freedom myth. And then that took us now to the second question. Does the Bible have any truth? Yes. He said the Bible has the truth. So that was the second part of the book. Remember, there are 7 questions. So that one is the second question. Now, does the Bible have any truth? John used the Wikipedia to find out what truth is. Now, he came out with 2 types of truth. You've got the objective truth and you've got the phenomenological truth. Now, the first one, the objective truth, is the one based on scientific findings. So you see, then you believe. You feel, then you know it is. But there is the other truth, which is the phenomenological truth, which is the faith truth, the one that Jesus Christ came to help us to unveil. Now, this truth is what a lot of people still fight with today. Many people cannot comprehend. How can this truth be real? And that is the main thing about this book. Now, John says, he said, based on the creation account in the Bible, the original of the human race is God, and he made us according to his image and likeness. You see, Christ, who pre-existed as the Word of God, with him emerges as the Son of God to show us how to act like the original. And not until we act like the original, we can never be fully happy in life. We can never have a purpose-driven life. And that was what he was unveiling, that the freedom myth is always there to mar or to spoil people's lives. But we've got the original, which comes from God, which comes from our faith in God through Jesus Christ. So the Bible is this book that really unveils, that helps us to understand a lot of things about this original life that everyone should yearn to have. Now, after saying that, what I love again about the book was John, he did a lot of research. He kind of brought out the opinions of scientists and psychologists. Scientists, for example, we've got the Isaac Newton, we've got Galileo, we've got Carl Jung, the psychologist. Now, all these people, they have written books to confirm that there is no contradiction between Bible and science. Instead, there is complementarity. So we should take note of the fact that there is no fight between the Bible and science. There is a union. There is something similar, or something that brings both together. And that is one thing that John was able to unveil. Now, if that is the case, how do we explain resurrection? That's, you see, so we cannot explain resurrection according to John through facts that you see with the optical eyes. Now, he raised the truth about faith, saying that faith has a lot to play in this whole matter. And God made it possible for us to be able to have faith. And that is why if anyone comes to God through Jesus Christ, faith is impacted into you to be able to learn, to read, and to understand things in the Bible, to see that there is another kind of truth which is different from the truth that human beings are already used to. So, now, having said that, what is this whole thing about Christianity? Now, John said that Christianity is not a religion. Instead, he said it's a story, or it's living in a kingdom. It's about a kingdom. Now, the kingdom life is what Christianity has helped to unveil, John said. Now, we have just said Christianity is not a religion. Does that rule out other religions? No. He said there are other religions. John said there are institutionalized, religions, and they call themselves, okay, I'm this, I'm that. But Christianity is not one of those. Right from the very beginning, a kingdom message has been preached. Even before Jesus Christ came, Daniel and other prophets, they talked about a kingdom that will never end. They said this kingdom will have no end. And when Jesus came, he continued. And for the past 2,000 years that Jesus came to this earth, this same kingdom message has been going on. Now, the point is this. In what way do we now view a purpose-driven life? How do we now see ourselves as leading the right life? John tried to answer that. How? He now said the only way to have a life that is full of joy, that is full of success, a life that is full of hope, is by having faith in God through Jesus Christ. Is by understanding that there is another truth which is different from the objective truth. The truth that is emphasized by faith in God. Now, having said that, what is the best view of success? And how can you get this purpose-driven life? How can you have a good purpose in your life? What things are you supposed to do in order to get there? Now, I'm going to ask the author himself to give you the highlights, the way to get there. But before I leave you to speak with the author, I would like to remind you of a healing school that is coming up on the 12th to the 14th of March. Why the healing school? Now, one of the reasons is this. One way that the devil gets to people is through sickness. And sickness is not from God. So I'm just using this opportunity to invite people who are sick. If you have sickness in your body, even if the doctor said to you that that was the end of you, that you were going to die as a result of that sickness, or you were going to be on medication all your life, take note of the 12th of March, 12th, 13th, and 14th of March. It's Healing School by Pastor Chris Oyakilome. Now, make sure you register. It's www.healingschool.tv. So you go to that website, or you say go it online, just register and be part of the Healing School. So we will be talking with John very soon, and then we come back to conclude. God bless you. One thing that can prevent you from fulfilling purpose is sickness. So it is not God's will that anyone should be sick. Sickness is a distraction of the devil all the time. And that is why, even when you are sick, always know that you can be healed. God is always ready to heal anybody who is sick. So, for this purpose, there shall be a healing school that is coming up on the 12th of March. So it will be streamed live every evening from the 12th to the 14th of March. Healing school. So take down these dates and also take down the time and the contacts. Okay, but you need to register. So registration is online, www.healingschool.tv. Just that, www.healingstream.tv. So that's where you need to register. Okay, so it's very important that bear this in mind. So if you look at that date there, Healing Stream Life Healing Services with Pastor Chris. So do your best to take part. Millions of people will be healed. The past ones that have been done, it's really been fabulous. There have been about 1.7 billion people that tuned in the last healing stream. So make sure you are part of it. God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Evelyn. And hello, everyone. I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share with you how to discover your purpose. In question number 7 in my book, Confronting Life. Right, purpose is the most important pursuit in life. Okay, let me give you 3 reasons, because you may ask yourself, why? Is this true? Yes, for sure it is true. Right? Purpose is the reason why you are alive today. Purpose is the reason why God sent you. Living is not, the goal of your existence. It is purpose. Purpose is why you are here. Right? Second reason, purpose is what will actually give you fulfillment. Many people are trying to be happy, but happiness, joy, true fulfillment is to be found only in the center of purpose. Life is full of suffering. Life is full of challenges, and you need something meaningful to set against this challenging life that we are all confronting. Set that it is bearable, right, in spite of the pain. And what does the trick is purpose, right? The third reason is purpose is what we will be rewarded for in eternity. Right? You will be rewarded for in eternity. Jesus has fully paid the price to be with God, to go to heaven. But we will be rewarded in proportion to the extent to which we were able to fulfill our purpose. So purpose is the biggest deal, is the most important thing. And therefore, I'm happy to help you discover your purpose. God being so good and so generous, he has put purpose inside of everyone. Your purpose is not to be found outside of you. It is right on the inside of you. It is buried on the inside of you. It is embedded on the inside of you. It is hidden on the inside of you. As a result, there are two main ways you can find your purpose and discover it. Okay, by just go to the Creator and just ask Him, God, why did you create me? Okay, why did you send me here for? What is my life here for? Okay, just ask Him and listen to your heart. Listen to yourself. Okay, be introspective. And if you do that, it won't be long before you begin to hear the voice of God. Those of you who are born again, okay, we are in a very, very good place. The Holy Spirit lives inside of us to will and to do. And what will be the outcome will be the fulfillment of His purpose for our lives. Okay. Another way, maybe the more practical way, is to ask yourself, if I had all the money in the on earth and I didn't have to work for money, what would I really want to do? What would I do with my life? Right? And Rick Warren has really, really done well by giving us an acronym that your purpose is what you are shaped for. So look at your shape. They will give you an indication of your purpose. And shape is an acronym. Each letter stands for something. Okay, so let me give you all of them and then work those things out to be able to help you discover your purpose. S is spiritual gifts. So 1 Corinthians chapter 12 has got a list of spiritual gifts. But if I don't want to over spiritualize it, I will say God has put wisdom in every one of us. Okay, wisdom is the right application of knowledge. Okay, so that we are able to create, we are able to invent His DNA, His image in us. That is a spiritual gift. Spiritual because we cannot see with our physical eye. Okay, it is in the form of ideas, inspirations, and everybody has got this. Okay, for something. Okay, everybody has got some degree of wisdom for something. Look inside and discover yours. Okay, the H stands for your heart desires. Okay, what is your passion? What makes you tick? Okay, what is it that bothers you? What gets your attention? Right? For some people, it's sports. For some people, it's politics. For some of you, it may be that you are not able to stand injustice like racism. That burning, desire that is always ringing on your heart, it might be an indicator that God sent you here to be an answer to that problem. Will you respond to that? Okay, so what's your heart desire? So for some people, they won't bother. It won't even get the attention. If something gets your attention, okay, and it becomes your ambition and focus and passion, it might be a good indication that your purpose is linked to that thing. So we done SH. A is ability. Everybody has got natural talents. For some people, it's just in music. For some people, it's in sports. For others, mathematics. Good mathematician, at school will point you towards maybe a scientist, an economist, a business person, all of those things. If you're not good at mathematics, your gift, your natural ability might be in something else. But whatever the case is, everyone has got some natural abilities. Find yours, and that may point you towards where your purpose is. The other thing, P, is personality. You know you are unique, you are special. No one has got your DNA. Okay, you are one. So don't try to copy any other person. Okay? You can learn from other people, but you are unique. No one has got your fingerprint. Okay, so psychologists will help you with personality traits like introverts and extroverts and melancholy and sanguine and all of those. If you are a people's person, your personality is like that. It may point you towards politics and then being among people and things like that. If you're a quiet person, okay, you may be an inventor, a deep thinker who can come up with solutions. Find yours. Where is yours? Okay. And lastly, the E is experiences. We all have experiences. For some of us, it's been, sometimes when God doesn't get your attention to come to your purpose, you are fixated on your job. Okay, most of the time it's got nothing to do with our purpose. We are all doing things our own way. Okay, or maybe what our parents told us to do. And there is no fulfillment. That's why many people hate Mondays. Okay, they are not fulfilling purpose. They are doing jobs. They are doing something else outside of their purpose. Okay, so experiences, sometimes God will bring painful experiences to bring us back. Okay, but the trick is this: if you have gone through a painful experience, it is not bad. If you can change the story that, oh, God allowed this to happen to me, God allowed me to go through this so that I will learn from it and then help people who are going through the same thing. So this misfortune or this bad thing never happens to anybody in life. Okay, that's exactly what Mother Teresa did. Okay, that's what Nelson Mandela did. So experiences can also be a good pointer to your purpose. So all of these 5 indicators shape spiritual gifts, your heart desires, your abilities, your personalities and experiences. Look at them, begin to examine them. It's like your SWOT analysis, and that will help you to discover your purpose, so that when we stand before God one day and everybody will give an account according to the narrative in the Bible, which I believe in, okay, we will be able to say, as like Jesus did, who is the model of life. He said in John chapter 17 verse 4, God, I have finished, I have glorified you, and I've finished the work you sent me here to do. Can you say that? God, I have glorified you on earth. I have finished the work, the purpose for which you sent me here. This is what I want to be able to say when I stand before God. And that's what I wish everybody will be able to say gladly, without any doubt. And if you do that, you will right here and now be fulfilled on earth and also receive rewards in eternity. This is what I wish for you. Okay? And I hope you want to now pay more attention to your purpose. I wish you all the best. God bless you.
So, confronting life, the 7 questions on the minds of believers and non-believers. So we've just heard the author himself, and I know that we are all satisfied with what we have heard. And if you have more questions about this, you can email us, or you can comment, or you can say whatever you want to say through any of our platforms. So God bless you for being part of Focus Book Club. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye. See you next time.